He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president in 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan.
No, there is no plan other than what Steve Bannon is doing by going on The Economist and giving this interview right now. Keep in mind, this is not the first interview he's given since Trump has taken office in January, where he goes on and says, oh yeah, Trump is going to run for a third term, Trump 2028, that's happening. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Steve Bannon is dumb, but he's not stupid. You know what I mean? He knows Trump is not going to run for a third term. He knows Trump cannot get a third term, but that's not the point. The point is to get everybody talking about Steve Bannon talking about Trump running for a third term. Remember who Steve Bannon is. Flood the zone. That's his idea. That's his baby. Put out as much news as you can so they can't possibly cover everything, right? He is a master manipulator of the media. And what could possibly be going on right now that Steve Bannon thinks, gee, I don't want the media talking about that. I would rather them talk about my outlandish claim that Trump is going to run for a third term. Could it possibly be that the American Research Group has a new poll out as of October 20th that puts Trump's job approval rating at 37% with a 60% disapproval? Ouch. And on the economy, he's at a 34% approval, 63% disapproval. No, we can't be talking about that in the media. Or maybe it's that recent Reuters Ipsos poll that came out that shows Republicans are continuing to lose the battle in public opinion when it comes to the government shutdown. The poll found that 50% of respondents see Republican congressional leadership as deserving the most blame for the shutdown. 50% of Americans polled say Republicans are to blame, as opposed to 43% blame the Democrats. Not a good spread for Republicans. Or could it be that the Democrats' messaging and the whole reason behind this government shutdown is finally starting to stick with the electorate? Probably because health insurance companies are starting to inform their customers that, hey, your health insurance premiums are about to go sky high. And you know who they're going to finally figure out is to blame for that? The Republicans. For example, with the enhanced tax credits in place, and remember, the enhanced tax credits are set to expire. That's what Democrats would like the Republicans to agree to not let expire. Otherwise, people will not be able to afford their health care. For example, with the enhanced tax credits in place, an individual making $28,000 will pay no more than around 1% or $325 of their annual income towards a benchmark plan. If the enhanced tax credits expire, which they are going to do unless Republicans agree to not let them expire, this same individual would pay nearly 6% of their income, $1,562 annually towards a benchmark plan in 2026. In other words, if the enhanced tax credits expire, this individual would experience an increase of $1,238 for their health insurance. That is an insane jump. Or could it possibly be that he can see the writing on the wall? He knows his world is about to come crashing down on his head because when Adelita Grijalva gets sworn in, and she will be sworn in, she is the 218th signature on the discharge petition that will make that collection of documents that we all want to see public. So when that happens, it's game over for Republicans. So please consider the messenger. Please consider the timing. Steve Bannon would much rather us be talking about this crazy outlandish plan, which he never even reveals, about how Trump can be president for a third term. He can't. He does not want us talking about all the things that I just listed because those things are making Republicans tank. Right? So let's keep talking about those things. Stay focused, guys. We got this.